In this third part of the tutorial, we will show you how to generate and design alternative proposals for heat recovery and to compare them with respect to primary energy consumption. In order to follow this part of the tutorial, you can either continue with your project from the previous parts or alternatively load a project demoTFC Step 3 Data Fit. First, we want to show you the automatic design of a heat exchanger network. For this purpose, we first have to define a new alternative scenario in our project. You go to Alternative Proposals, right-click and select Generate New Proposal. You can give it a name, for example, HX Auto Design, and a description. Then we go to the 3-item Assisted Design and select Heat Exchanger Network. Without going into details, just use the default configuration and press a button Run Design Assisted. We see that 2 heat exchangers are proposed with heat storage. The one taking heat from process waste heat, preheating feed water of low pressure steam, and the other one taking heat from the same waste heat stream for buildings heating. The recovered heat by each heat exchanger is given in the table and can also be seen in the system scheme. We can see the heat exchanger network also in the graphical editor. On the one hand in matrix view and using right-click button and selecting linear in a linear or alternatively in a logarithmic temperature scale. In a successive step, we can do a manual fine-tuning of the automatically generated proposal. For this, first we generate a copy of the current heat recovery proposal. We go again to Alternative Proposals and right-click and now select Copy Proposal. Then we go to the editor of the heat exchanger network. We delete the heat exchanger for space heating. For example, this heat recovery may be impossible in practice due to a large distance between the process and the buildings. You right-click on the heat exchanger symbol and you say OK for deleting the heat exchanger. We rename the remaining heat exchanger by clicking on it and we change the name for example to heat exchanger for feed water. After having generated some possible alternatives, we can compare them, for example, with respect to the required heat supply or with respect to primary energy consumption.